call, you mentioned that you're at an event with Bill Clinton getting ready to speak. Tell me how you feel about the Democratic establishment, which is for me and my audience, it's a very real thing. And for me personally, I think someone like Bill Clinton he's the epitome of the Democratic establishment. How do you find your relationship falling in that? How do you fall in that nexus, right, between being pulled towards the establishment by someone like Bill Clinton and your progressivism that may not on every occasion fall in line with the Democratic establishment? What do you do?
Well, I'm actually tonight here. We're going to have the privilege of having Bernie Sanders here tonight as well.
Okay.
And Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is going to be here at this event that I'm at tonight. And,
awesome.
President Bill Clinton is going to be the main speaker here. Listen, at the end of the day, what really bothers me about the establishment is they anoint, preordain, and they put people up to run for office, and they just expect people to follow. Okay, and people have done that for years. But as we were saying with Senator Sanders, the American people have woken up. It's not politics as usual anymore. Okay, and so I disagree with that method. I think we live in a democracy that everybody who's ready, willing, and able to serve our country and give it 110% should have the opportunity to run for office and win and not be blocked. And here's the other thing that bothers me about the establishment is the flow of super PAC money. So whoever they anoint and whoever they preordain, then that person gets all the money in the world to try to trash the other person, right? And that's what it's all about. They're trashing the other person so they don't have an opportunity to win. And we saw what happened recently with the ban on lobbyist donations. That President Obama put that in place for a reason, because it should not. We don't need that kind of money in politics. And unfortunately, the establishment went back and lifted that ban that was there for the right reason or for the right purpose. So it's a bit frustrating, that what the establishment is doing. We need to take this dark money, and that's what it goes into campaign finance reform. We need to take the dark money, super PAC money, out of this political process. It's really corrupting the process. It's diluting people's votes, and we should not have that in a great nation like this, where money rules and billionaires and corporations can buy elections. We need to make sure when I'm elected, I want to make sure that we resolve that problem. This is one of the most serious problems facing our nation in this day and age.
Okay, let me ask you a few more questions, then I'll let you go. I don't know if you have about 3 more minutes to give me. If you could, that'd be good. All right, great. So let's say a couple of things here. So the first one I want to ask you about is, let's say you get the this primary, you win the primary, which means you'll be running against the Republican candidate in the general election. You will then be inundated by the very structure that you just described, because they will be coming to support you, all hands on deck to lift you up, to help you beat your Republican opponent. How do you stay above the fray? How do you not get absorbed into that exact same structure? Because if you win this primary, they're coming to wrap their arms around you very tightly.
Right. Well, I think we have a great example in Senator Bernie Sanders. He has stayed away from super PAC money. His contributions have been made by just average citizens who care about our country and care about the future of our country, who believe in his vision. And I do have a vision that almost mirrors Senator Sanders' vision for this great nation and taking this great nation to greater heights. So at the end of the day, I will not, and I can tell you, and I will go on the record, I will not succumb to super PAC money. No matter what, my campaign will continue, and will continue to be a campaign for the people and by the people.
Okay. All right, great. Let me follow up with a question on the college conversation that we had, because as I was sitting here and I thought about it,